Hi everyone, it's Adrian. I wanted to show you guys a deck modification that I did. I honestly really wanted to show it because of the new case that I have it in. Or it's not really new, I had the case already, but I put it in there because it fits perfectly. The deck is the Animal Tarot cards. I did do a walkthrough of this. It's by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. You could see that it is a large deck, and I do like large decks, like the size of Oracle cards. So the size wasn't an issue. Um, if you could see in the back and in the walkthrough, they do have interpretations at the bottom of the cards, which I really did like the interpretations, and I still do. I actually am debating if I want to keep um, the cutouts because they are nice to read occasionally. Like if I remember a couple of them that are really nice that I like to go to sometimes and just like think that wow, that's a really nice interpretation for that card. But I wanted to cut it because for me, I don't like that on my cards. And besides liking it, it's just, I guess, a preference for me. Like if I wasn't using the deck as much as I wanted to, I was doing my monthly readings for my uh, main channel, but I would use the cards as transition cards. So I wouldn't do a full reading with them, I know Mystic Rain has mentioned this before, and I do stand by her and what she said. She was talking about how when you get a person that is doing that's asking for a reading, they really want you to know what you're doing. And I'm not saying that the people that use Doreen Virtue's tarot decks don't know what they're doing. I still watch a lot of tarot readers on YouTube that use her decks and they're amazing readers. But it's just for me, um it just doesn't feel like it represents me and how I read. So that is probably the main reason of why I cut the meanings on the cards. So this is the book. I am going to do a size comparison, but I really wanted to show what it comes in right now. So this was a ring set from Hot Topic. I usually go to Hot Topic to get Harry Potter memorabilia. I love Harry Potter. So I have mentioned it plenty of times, like on my channel, how much I love it. But I'm not the type of person to get like everything that I see that's Harry Potter. Like I am usually drawn to specific things, and I love jewelry. So what came in it, in case you guys are curious, it comes with 2 rings. They're like promise rings, but I have the second ring. I really want to give it to somebody, like maybe as a commitment, but also because they love Harry Potter. Like it could go either way or, both. So the smaller one's gold and the larger one is silver. So this one doesn't fit this finger, which I mean, if it was a promise ring, I would kind of want it to. I know in Walmart, I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. I know in Walmart they have the adjuster rings. Well, not like they have ring adjusters where you can put on the back and like how much you need in order for the ring to fit. So, alternatively, you can use the chains that they give you, and it kind of reminds me of like the dog tags and what it comes with. So this is cool. I might actually do that if I wanted to. But I do have another ring, which is my dad's ring that I like to use, or that I like to wear. It's actually onyx, and it has to do with his work. He's an aviation technician, so it's really awesome. Um, so and this is like the back. I feel like I've seen this before, like the ring set. I'm not sure if they stock up on the ring set a lot, but I think the main reason why people wouldn't get it is if it doesn't fit them. But these are at the bottom of the box, so maybe people haven't even seen like that it comes with a chain if they wanted to do that. But I might cut this part off. It's more so if you would like to carry the box around, which I don't really need to do. It's a nice feature to have though, so I like that they were thinking about that. So I was so surprised because it isn't like the most common. It's a rectangle, which is a common shape, but to be the exact size. Sorry, I'm gonna put this or keep it in the box so you can see that it fits like perfectly, and it fits like it closes and everything, so you could see the depth of the box. And it's just like, I was so surprised. Like, I was looking at it, it was on my bed, and I was thinking in my head, like, maybe it would actually fit. So it did. I've been sounding like really saying like a lot of sexual, non-sexual comments. But oh, I didn't bring out my corner rounder. I don't know if you guys would want to see that. I'll get it. So I only have one corner rounder, and it's from my neighbor, so it doesn't have like what is this? It's definitely more obtuse since it doesn't have like any specific type of measurements or angle degree. I'm lucky that she lent this to me because I didn't realize how much of a difference it makes when I did the rounding myself compared to an actual rounder, because it just puts the deck like it looks more put together. So again, this is the deck, and I'll do a size comparison. Maybe you'll see it better on this side. So that was a lot that I cut off. I'm sorry, I'm always like, is it gassy? Because I feel like I always have to burp whenever I make videos. I think because I'm not used to talking a lot. I feel like one's the 8 of Swords, 8 of Winter, because this does go by season. That was the 6 of Wands, 6 of Spring. So there's not really much to say about this video other than I love how it turned out. It does remind me of the Truth and Kelly from the Truth and Story, how she trimmed her first deck, which it's not coming to me. I don't know why, but it's a Llewellyn deck. Oh, it's the Llewellyn Tarot, I believe, and it did have a similar shape to this. And now I really want to bring it around in my bag because I didn't want to bring this box in my bag because my bag has been through a lot. I'm just going to show the cards like the way that they are right now. I love the archetypes that they use for this deck. It definitely is like my go-to animal deck, and it blends in so well together with the animals because they're animals that are from all around the world. And as I mentioned before, the animals that are used, some of them are more specific. Like there's a lot of cats, there's a couple of dogs, what I was a little well, I wasn't disappointed because I knew it wasn't going to be there anymore, was when I cut the borders off, there were colors for the seasons or colors for the suits, which I really did like, and then a specific color for the major arcana, which was a purplish. And I really like how the suits, well, the animals are blended together. It's not just a specific element or a specific season with the suits. So it's not just the summer associated with the cups has aquatic creatures or aquatic animals. I say creatures, there is a unicorn in here. But I was going to miss the meanings. And also on the court cards, they did have keywords on there too. So I'll go through a couple more of these. I'm sorry, this isn't much of a video, but like I was so excited that I cut it, and I haven't found an animal deck that I really connected to. I was thinking about getting a couple of animal decks, and I do have some, which I love. Specifically, I wanted an animal tarot deck. I do have the one by Ted Andrews, but the backings were that there was a plan for it, but it wasn't, the execution wasn't there. So I tried blacking the backs out, but it wasn't working for me. And also, as I said, with animal decks, it can be difficult to get the energy correct. This has such a welcoming energy, and it does mention that you can use this deck with other Doreen Virtue decks, which you definitely can, or you can use it with any deck that you feel drawn to. I love using it with my Mystical Cats Tarot too. And that's what I was doing, as I said, when I was doing the readings for the signs or a sign, because I think I only used it for Libra, but I would use it as a transition card or the energy card before getting into the actual tarot reading. Don't have... Oh, and for the court cards, the animals have crowns on them. There's one that has not a physically drawn crown. Well, not as physical as the other animals, but it has like a sun, which is the Prince of Wands. The Prince of Spring, he has a sun as a crown. And let me see if I can find that. I just love the cards. They're so pleasant, but they aren't... Oh, this is my favorite. Princess of Autumn, Princess of Pentacles of all time. My favorite King of Wands of all time. It's so sweet and majestic. I always was saying, like, I need a cat as a tattoo, or I want a cat as a tattoo, but I failed to realize that I already have one. I have a lion here already, so I was reminded of that because I had a lot of hair when I was younger, and I still do, but it was like more of a copper tone. So, I'm sorry, that's my cat licking herself. And it was nice and curly and big because I didn't kill it as much, but now my hair is growing back to its original color, which is dark brown. Oh no. I can't find the court or the one that I'm looking for. I just can't, well, I'm so, I guess, impressed that the animals that are used for the cards work so well together. Or the meaning of the card with the animal chosen, and like the scenery and the card in general. It just the execution for that was really nice. I'm sorry, I don't know why. It's like one of those things where you just keep skipping over and then you're not getting it. So I would say, now that I have this card up, which is the back of the card too, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Spring, I would say that it has more of a fiery energy for this deck. And it really sets the tone, especially for the backings, because it's such a bold statement card. And the bold colors with what the cat is doing, and like its posture and everything. It's a very regal type of, it does remind me of the King of Wands too. King of Spring. I'm going to go through this one more time. And then after this, I might just like pause the video for to find the card, because I'm just not seeing it. I'll be right back. So I found it. You probably have seen this already, but if you could see the crown with the light. So that was interesting. What else would I like to say about this? Because I really love shuffling with this. It's really nice to shuffle. It's such a smooth shuffler, especially with the cardstock. I really love Doreen Virtue's cardstock in general. So it reminds me of, before I get into that, sometimes when you trim decks, the cardstock doesn't agree, because I feel like when people think about the cardstock, they're like, okay, well, we want it like this, so it shuffles like this. So then it kind of shuffles differently, which can be better, or you'll miss the other way it shuffles. But I really love the way that this one shuffles. You just shuffle it like this. It fits very well in the hand. It does feel, well, it's amazing to have in your bag because it's such a handheld deck. It reminds me of the Tarot Nova, which I actually keep on this altar because it's one of my sentimental decks that I use at times, but not very often. So similar shape, more rectangular because the sides are, well, they're not all the same length. I think that's it for this video. I pretty much made it longer than what it needed to be because I just wanted to show what I was doing with it. Super proud of it. We'll get a lot more use out of it. I actually just did a reading on its own. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope that wasn't too much of a bore, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.